So if you just want to come down to your mats, if you've got your blocks or your bean cans, just move them to the side for a second. Place your feet flat on the floor and then nice and gently release it all the way back. Grab onto your shins and give it a little rock side to side. Just release that back. And then take your knees above your hips and your shins parallel with the ceiling. Arms out to the sides. Try and keep the knees together. And then nice and gently just send them over to the right hand side. Try to keep your left shoulder down on the ground. And then take a big breath in, squeeze the abs, bring the legs back to center. And then as you exhale, send them to the other side. Try and control the movement. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch. Last one. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch. Bring the knees back in. Hug the knees in. Lift the head and neck and shoulders. Try and get the nose towards the knees. And then exhale, release. Send the legs out nice and long. And the arms out. Behind the head. Full body stretch. And then bring the legs behind the thighs. And then rock it back. And then rock it up. And then try and rock it back. Rock it back up. Last one. And then bring it up to a seated position. I'm going to take your left leg in. And then the right leg. If you can, try and place them rather than crossing. If not, just cross your legs as comfortable as you can. And then inhale, reach up the arms. As you exhale, forward fold. So you might just come onto your hands, that might be enough. Or if you want to come onto your forearms, come onto your forearms. And if you want to release your head down, release the head. Try and keep the seat bones on the ground. And then nice and gently bring it back up. And then cross your legs the other way. So bring your right leg in, then your left. Inhale, reach up the arms, sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, fold yourself over. Release the hands down. And then go to wherever you feel comfortable. Try and keep those seat bones down on the ground. And then nice and gently bring yourself back up. Coming onto your hands and knees into a tabletop position. Got your hands underneath your armpits, knees under the hips. We're going to try and bring your knees together if possible. And then we're going to send the right leg out behind. Release the right toes back on the mat. And then try and push the heel back as far as you can. Stretch out the back of the leg. And then as you inhale, rock forward onto your tiptoes. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, heel back. Stretch out the back of that leg. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, send it back. Last one. And then bring that leg back in, knees to touch, and then send the left leg out. Heel back as far as you can. And then inhale, push forward onto the tiptoes. Exhale, push back. Inhale through. Exhale back. Inhale through. Exhale back. Last one. Onto the tiptoes. And then push it back. Stretch the back of that leg. And release. Next, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So spread your fingertips nice and wide. Lift up the knees, and then as you exhale, push back into a downward facing dog. You want to be in an upside down V position. And then once you get into your downward facing dog, try and pedal the legs. Stretch out the backs of those legs. Bend one, straighten the other, and switch. Try and shift the weight from side to side. Try and push the chest back, lift up the tailbone, and then bring it back to center. Pop a nice big bend in the knees, and we're just going to step the right leg up. Coming into a low lunge. You've got your right knee stacked over your right ankle. Coming onto the fingertips, lift up the chest, look forward. Try and straighten the back. And then as you exhale, big push off that back foot. Step the back foot up to meet the front. Forward, forward. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to a mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. Reach up down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step it back to plank. Step the right leg and left. Inhale, shift forward onto the tiptoes. Exhale, lower all the way down. Coming onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, release. And again, elbows in, shoulders back. Last one. Try and keep the feet on the ground. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck the toes under, lift up to plank. Exhale, push back. And facing dog. Put the nice big bend in those knees. Step the left leg up. And your low lunge position. Left knee over left ankle. Come onto the fingertips, lift up the chest, look forward, and then push up the back. Forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up to a mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift up to a mountain. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step the left leg back. Then the right. Come into plank. Lift the weight forward, lift the elbows in, go all the way down. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, release. Last one. Exhale, release. Inhale onto the knees and then exhale, push back. Child's pose. Take a rest in child's pose. Keep it there. And then inhale, lift yourselves up. Coming back into a downward facing dog. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Exhale, push back. Again, inhale, lift up onto those tiptoes And then as you exhale, try and get the heels to go to the right and the toes to go towards the left. And then try and push back into that downward facing dog position. So you should feel a nice stretch down that left side. Straighten the legs if possible. And then inhale onto those tippy toes. And then exhale, switch. Try and push the chest back. Straighten the legs. Inhale back to your downward facing dog. Again, inhale, lift up the right leg. Three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, release the right toes onto the back of the left heel. And then try and use that right foot to try and push the left heel down. Should feel a stretch down the back of that left leg. Inhale, lift up the right leg. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right leg up. Right knee over right ankle. And then release the back knee down. Come onto the top of the back foot. Try and keep the weight pushed forward. Inhale, lift up, crescent moon. Try and push the hips as far forward as you can. Trying to feel that stretch down that left side. Try and relax the shoulders down and back. Try and lift the tummy up away from that thigh. And then as you exhale, release the hands down. So if you've got your yoga blocks or your bean can, this is where you're going to need them. So if you've got your blocks or your cans, pop them either side of your knee area. And then all you've got to do is try and push the weight back, hold over the front leg. You're coming into a half split position. If you want to make it a little bit more intense, you can always send your blocks or your cans a little bit further forward. Pop the weight into those blocks and fold yourself over. So you're actively trying to push the hips back, but you're reaching your hands forward. Inhale, lift yourself up. Pop a nice big bend in that front leg. You might want to bring your right foot in slightly for this one. You're going to plant your left hand on the inside of the right foot. And then you're going to twist and open the right side. If you've got the flexibility to, you're going to try and bend that left leg. And then you're going to reach your right hand back and try and grab the left foot. If you can grab your left foot, then I want you to try and push the weight back forward again. And then try and twist and open to the right hand side. So try to pull that right shoulder back. Trying to push the hips as far forward as possible. You might find that your right knee falls out to the side slightly, that's fine. If you can't quite reach your foot, just send your right hand to the outside of the left hip and try and twist and open. And then wherever you are, release your hands back down, either side of that front foot. Curl the back toes under, lift up the back knee, coming into a low lunge position. Lift up the chest. And then push off the back foot, set the back foot up to meet the front, forward fold. Hold everything in hand. Inhale for your halfway lift, flat back position. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to a mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift all the way up to a mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step it back to plank. Hold that plank. Inhale, shift the weight forward, coming for your chaturanga. So you're going to go halfway lower. Flip onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up. Try and pull the shoulders back. Soft elbows. Up, down. And then as you exhale, release the knees down. Push the bum back. Child's pose. Inhale to tabletop. Curl the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, lift up the left leg. As you exhale, release the left toe to the back of the right heel. And then try and use that left foot to try and push that right heel down to the ground. Keep actively trying to push the chest back. Push away from the hands. You feel like a little stretch down the back of that right leg. Inhale, lift up the left. Exhale, step the left leg up. Drop the back knee down. Come onto the top of the back foot. Inhale, lift up, crescent move. Try and keep the hips pushed forward. Try and relax the shoulders down and back. Should feel the stretch down the front of that right leg. Right in the right hip. Exhale, release the hands down. Get your blocks again, or your cans or cushions, whatever you've got. Send the hips back, fold over the front leg. So again, if you want to keep it here, keep it here. If you want to reach your blocks or hands forward, send them forward. Make a little bit of a deeper stretch. Keep actively trying to push the hips back, reaching the hands forward. And breathe into the back of that leg. Inhale, proper bend in that front knee. So again, you might want to bring that left foot in slightly if it makes it a little bit more comfortable. You're going to plant your right hand and you're going to twist and open the left side this time. So same again, if you feel like you can grab that foot, bend your left foot in, right foot in, sorry, reach the left hand back, grab the right foot. You can get hold of that foot. I want you to try and push the weight forward. And then try and twist and open, looking over the left shoulder. If you can't quite reach that foot, leave the foot down, but you're going to send your left hand behind the right hip and then try and lift, twist it open, looking over the left shoulder. Go to wherever you feel most comfortable. If you can grab your foot, you should be feeling a stretch down the front of that right thigh. And then wherever you are, release. Bring the hands either side of the left foot. Feel the back toes and then lift up the back knee. Lift up the chest, look forward, and then step the back foot up to meet the front. Forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to a mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step it back to plank. Shift the weight forward, hug the elbows in lower halfway. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Up dog, coming onto the tops of those feet. Knees should be off the mat. And then release your knees down. Exhale, push the weight back. Child's pose. And then nice and gently lift yourself back up. And we're going to come back into a downward facing dog. Take your feet nice and wide. Want to be about as wide as your mat. And then we're going to pedal the feet. Stretch out the legs. Turn the weight into one side. And then into the other. Bring it back to center. Have a nice big bend in those knees. Look forward, and then you're going to either step or hop it up to the front of the mat. Try to land a little bit wider than those hands. Once you get to the top, sink yourself down. Bring yourself into however you feel comfortable. If you've got a can or a block, you can always pop that underneath your bum for a little bit of stability. Pop your hands together, try and use your elbows to push your knees out. Coming into a yoga squat. Try and lift up the chest. Try and keep the back nice and straight. Oh, try not to fall over. And then release the hands down. Try and lift up the bum slightly. And then try and walk your hands forward. Really try and push the hands forward. Stretch out that back. Chin to chin. And then nice and gently release your bottom down to the mat. Feet together. Knees nice and wide. Holding onto the feet. Try and fold yourself over. You can use your elbows to push your knees out. You can always pop a block or a cushion underneath your bum if you find this one a little bit too uncomfortable. And then bring those knees together. Feet flat on the floor. Pop your hands behind, so you can either have your fingertips pointing towards your bottom, or if you've got feels uncomfortable on your wrist, you can always send your hands out to the sides. Then we're going to come into a reverse tabletop position. So you're going to inhale, lift up the hips. Try and push the hips up nice and tall. Try and keep your tummies tucked in. If it feels comfortable too, you can always relax your head back. If that's not great, just keep looking forward. Really try and push the hips as high as you can. And then exhale, release yourself back down. Good work. Rolling back forward onto those knees. Take your feet together. Take your knees as wide as you can get them. And then bring yourself down onto your forearms. If it feels comfortable to, reach your hands out and then release the head down to the mat. Extended tired pose. And then nice and gently bring yourself back in. Walk those knees in, coming into your tabletop position. Inhale, lift up the knees, exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift up the right leg. Three-legged dog. Pop a nice big bend in that right knee, and then try and open up the right hip. So you're going to send your right foot over to the left-hand side. Then we're going to try and find a bit of movement while we're in this. So you can either rotate the ankle, or maybe rotate the knee, open up the hip. Got nice big circles, and then change direction of that circle. And then inhale, kick that leg back, coming back into your three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, step the right leg up. Right knee over the right ankle. Inhale, lift up, crescent lunge. Try and sink that left heel back. That leg nice and straight. Nice big bend in the front. Relax the shoulders down and back. As you exhale, twist round on the back foot, open up to your warrior two. Nice big bend in that front leg. Back leg nice and straight. Arms out to the side. Pull the pinkies back. Make sure you can still see that big front toe. If you find that you can't, try and push that right knee out slightly. You should be able to see that toe. And then inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg. Then as you exhale, you're going to reach the right hand down. So same again, if you want to bring the ground up to you, if you've got a block or a bean can, pop it onto the inside of your right foot. Pop your hand onto that piece of equipment. And then reach your left arm up. Try and stack your left shoulder on top of your right. Try and activate the right leg. So try and lift up that kneecap so that quad's nice and tense. And then try and push back into that stretch. Feel that stretch on the back and on the right there. I think we lost connection there. Sorry about that, guys. Not quite. Were we in Warrior 2 when we lost that one? So you were in triangle, and then lift back up into your Warrior 2 position. You're going to twist round on that back foot. So you've got your right leg forward, left leg back, and then lift up to your crescent lunge. And then as we exhale, we're going to plant the left hand down on the inside of the right leg. Then twist and open the right side. So same again. Try not to think about reaching your right hand as far back as you can. Try and think about bringing that shoulder as far back as you can. So you end up twisting from that upper torso. And you should feel a stretch on the outside of that right leg. And then we're going to go for a little cheeky hip stretch. So you're going to come onto the outer edge of the left foot and the outer edge of the right foot. So you're going to twist your feet round. Then I want you to try and drop that hip down and then reach the left arm back, right arm back. So you don't have to touch the ground with that hip, but it's just sinking down. And you should feel a good old stretch in that right hip. And then we're going to release the right hand down, unravel yourself, so you're back into a low lunge position. You're going to drop your left knee down, and we're going to send the right leg back behind. Bring the right toes to the ground. We're going to twist the left toes round to the left hand side. Plant your left hand, twist and open, reaching the right arm up towards the ceiling. So we're in a half gate pose. And then as you exhale, try and send the right arm to the front of the mat. So you should feel a stretch down all that right side. Keep trying to push the hips forward and then trying to lift them up at the same time. And then release the right hand down. Twist that left toe back behind. Bring that right knee back in, so you're back into your tabletop position. And then as we exhale, we're going to send it back into your downward facing dog again. Upside down V. Again, inhale, lift up the left leg. Pop a nice big bend in that left knee. Open up that left hip. Left foot goes over to the right hand side. And then same again, you might draw a circle with your foot, or you might draw a big circle with the knee. Just find a bit of movement. And then on your next inhale, take that left leg out behind, three-legged dog. And then inhale, bend in the knee, look forward, step the left leg up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up, crescent lunge. Try and push that right heel down and back. Back leg nice and straight. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, lift up, and then as you exhale, twist into your Warrior 2. Back foot parallel with the back of the mat. Front foot facing forward. Nice big bend in that front. Back leg nice and straight. Pull the pinkies back. Make sure you can still see that big toe. And then inhale, straighten the front. Send the hips to the back of the mat. Reach the left hand forward. And then as you exhale, come into triangle pose. So if you've got your block or your bean can, you can use that. Try and lift up the left kneecap, engage that quad. And then try and lean back into it slightly. Trying to stack the shoulders on top of each other. Try and pull that right shoulder back. Twist around at the torso. Try and keep the core nice and tight. Try not to sink into it. Try and lift up and out. There's a bit of a tension going through that left side. Inhale, lift yourself up, warrior two, and then twist round on the back foot, come into crescent. And then as you exhale, twist round, bringing the right hand down, reaching the left arm up. Try and stack the shoulders on top of each other, pull that left shoulder back. And then same again, twist the feet round, so twist the left toes round towards the left. Coming onto the outer edge of that right foot. Try and drop your hips down, reach the left arm back. And then twist round back out of it, so you're into your low lunge position. Drop the back knee down, send the left leg out behind. Release the left toes down to the ground. Swing the right toes out towards the right hand side. Plant the right hand. Push the hips forward. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, send the left arm to the front of the mat. Try and push the hips forward. Trying to lift the rib cage up. And then as you exhale, twist round into your tabletop. Coming back into a kneeling position. You're going to give those wrists a second. Give them a little bit of a rotate if you need to. You can stretch them out if you want to, coming onto the tops of your hands. You might stay straight and that feels like enough of a stretch, or you might want to try and sink it back slightly. And then plant your hands again. And then as you exhale, send it back into a wide leg downward facing dog. This time you're going to take your right hand to the outside of your right leg, or the inside, depending on how you feel comfortable. And then we're going to try and push the weight into the right side. And then I want you to try and hover your left leg. Keep that core nice and tight. And then release that one down. Release the right hand down. And then take your left hand to the outside of your left leg. And then same again. Try and lift and hover your right leg. Squeeze those inner thighs in. Exhale and release. Push yourself back. Pop a nice big bend in those knees. And then step or hop them up. Try and keep your feet nice and wide again. Wide leg forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Flat back position. Exhale, fold. Pop a nice big bend in that right leg. Plant the right hand or fingertips. Twist them open the left side. Should feel a good stretch down the left leg. And then release the left hand. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. Twist and open the right hand side. Feeling the stretch down the right leg. And then release both hands to the mat, straighten both your legs. Grab onto opposite elbows, and then let the head go nice and floppy, and then gently rock it side to side, ragdoll. You can have soft knees on this one if you want to. far as you can. Sway side to side. Let everything relax. Bringing it back to center. Inhale, lift all the way up to a mountain. Bring the hands to the heart. Bring your legs back in. So you're about hip distance apart. Inhale, reach up the arms. As you exhale, soft knees, sit the bum back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, soft knees. Inhale, reach. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, lift all the way up. Hop the hands together, look up, slight back bend. As you exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step it back to plank. As you exhale, you're going to bend the knees, push the bum back. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, push the bum back. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, push the bum back. Inhale to plank. Last one. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, push back. Leave your knees down. And then bring yourself back up. We're just going to carry on with those leg stretches. So you want your left leg forward. You want to try and get your left leg so your shin is parallel to the front of your mat. If you've not got a mat, it's generally parallel. Then you're going to flex your foot so it's pointing forward. Send that right leg back as far as you feel comfortable to. And then all I want you to do is try and fold over that. Okay. So you might find that you just want to stay there and that feels like enough of a stretch. You might want to come down onto your forearms. You can always try and hold on to that foot to make sure the foot's flat, and then try and bring your forehead down. Just go to wherever you feel comfortable. Stretching the left glute, hamstring, possibly the lower back, depending on how tight you are. And then nice and gently bring yourself up. Keeping that front leg as it is, you're going to grab onto the back foot, come back forward onto that forearm or onto the hand, and you're trying to push this right hip forward, and then try and lift up and open that right side. So you should feel the stretch down the front of the right quad, right thigh. If you don't feel it, keep trying to bring that right knee as far back as it'll go, and keep trying to push the hips forward. And then gently release. And we're going to take that to the other side. So you're going to get your right leg. So you've got your right shin parallel to the front of the mat, going in a nice straight line. You've got your right foot flexed, so your toes pointing up to the front of the mat. You're sending your left knee out behind to wherever you feel comfortable. Make sure you've got that right shin nice and parallel. And then same again, you can either come forward, stay there if that feels like that's enough. You can come onto your forearms. Or if you want to take it further, release your head down. And then nice and gently bring yourself up. Bring that left leg in, grab the left ankle. Either resting on the right hand, try and pull the left knee back, push the hips forward. Or if you've got the flexibility to, come down onto the forearm. Try and twist and open that left shoulder. Stretching down the front of that left leg. Trying to push those hips forward. And then nice and gently release those legs. Swinging them to the front of your mat. Try and pull your bum cheeks out diagonally away, so you sit yourself nice and comfy. Inhale, reach up the arms, flex the feet up towards the ceiling, lift up the chest, and then as you exhale, fold yourself over. So you might find that you only get to your shins. If that's the case, pop your hands underneath your legs, try and pull yourself in. If you can quite comfortably reach your feet, and you want to go a little bit further, you can either put a block or your bean can in front of your feet, then try and grab onto that, trying to straighten the leg. Or if you've got a cushion or a book, anything like that. Stretch out the back of those legs. And then nice and gently roll yourself back up. Shift your bum forward so you've got nice bit of space behind you. And then gently lower yourself down to the mat. And then just give your legs a gentle sway side to side. twin screen wide for those legs. Release that back. Interlace the fingers, hug the right leg in, send the left leg out. Hover the left leg just above your mat. Flex both your feet up towards the ceiling. Going to actively straighten that left leg out as far as you can, push through the left heel, and then trying to pull that right leg in. Inhale, lift the head, the neck, the shoulders, try and get the nose to the knee. And then after count of 3, you're going to try and release your hands, but try and keep your nose at your knee. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, release. Try and keep that nose on that knee. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. And then bring that left leg in. Interlace the fingers. Send the right leg out. Flex both of your feet. Try and push through the right heel. Try and pull the left leg in. Inhale, lift the head and neck and shoulders. Nose to knee. Or as close to the knee as you can possibly get it. And then when you're ready, in 3, 2, 1, release. Try and keep that nose and knee in exactly the same position. 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring both the legs in. And then nice and gently send both legs out. Send the arms out behind the head, full body stretch. Point the toes, stretch out those fingers. And then nice and gently release the hands to your stomach or by your sides. Wherever you feel most comfortable. And then try and relax everything into the mat. Let the body go nice and heavy. Close the eyes. Take a big breath in. Hold. And then let it out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, let it out. And then nice and gently bring yourself back down.